Ahoy there, mateys, and welcome to the Kiki and Kivitz Below Deck podcast. My name is Brianna, and I will be your bosun today. And as always, I am here with my chief stew, Jen. But today, we have a very special guest. She's an actual stew. It is Jessica Moore from Below Deck Med. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome.
I'm doing amazing. Thank you. Thank you, ladies, for having me. I'm excited.
We're so excited. We've been trying to work this out for a long time, and it was just like, yes, we finally get to talk to her.
Finally, yeah.
Right near the end of the current season, which is good. I'm going to tie this stuff all up in a bow,
Right.
So, yeah. So what you been doing during the off season? What's happening?
I've been working since summer. So I've been on a boat for about 8 months. I haven't been home in 8 months.
Wow.
So
Where
I haven't been back
now?
to LA. I'm in South Florida. So
Okay.
I'm in
you
Lauderdale.
Live in LA?
I technically live in LA. I have I'm getting like butterflies thinking about it. I've just made the decision to like get rid of my place in LA and move to Florida.
Wow.
And I've been in LA for like 12 years now, so it's kind of a big deal for me. So
that's huge.
Yeah.
I will never leave California ever. Never.
I've said that. And then I think a mixture of COVID and lack of wanting a lifestyle change.
Right.
Has been the influence for that decision. So
yeah.
I think LA is very different than where I live too. It's a different kind of community because I live in Northern California.
You?
I'm in Santa Cruz by the beach. So over the hill from Silicon Valley. Yes, it's very different from down there.
Yeah, I would rather be there than LA.
And just so our audience knows, what position do you happen to hold now?
Ooh, good question, Jen. I a chief stew position.
Thank you very much, haters. Look who's chief stew.
What kind of boat is it? Is it a big yacht like the one on Below Deck Med, or is it smaller?
No. I'm not trying to manage 3 other people and 12 crew.
Right.
No, it's about 100, and
that's still huge.
It's not huge, but there's the thing is like the owner is like, I do everything. I am also a chief stew and then PA. So cool. I've somehow assumed the role of literally managing his whole life. So
that's awesome, though.
It's been interesting.
Is it? Is it awesome?
It's awesome for, despite all the people who were acting like she couldn't be a third stew even.
Well, definitely.
Get bumped up to second. And now she's running the whole show. So, yeah.
Oh, I meant the assistant part, running his whole life. I hate being an assistant. That's like one job I got fired because I can only direct, not assist,
I don't mind it though. I think it goes back to like when I was doing management and music. So I'm used to there's a lot of correlations between the two careers. So
that's interesting.
It's kind of funny. Like, I feel like I'm just babysitting an adult now, and I do everything from the chief stew, and the billing and accounting, and then managing and PA for his personal life. So it's actually quite a bit, and
that is a lot.
I've been killing it though. It's funny because I try to get breaks, and when I leave, when I'm not at the boat, everybody's just like, Jessica.
Wow.
It's nice to be appreciated and validated.
It is.
Definitely.
It is. I mean, I told you guys I could do it.
Exactly.
We knew you could do it.
We knew you could do it. We cheered you on the whole time.
Definitely.
You guys did. Thank you.
No, I just told Jessica off camera that she was always my favorite, and it's true because you were the only like real person. Also, other women were terrified.
Overall, what did you feel about the whole experience of doing Below Deck? With the, I mean, we know editing plays a factor. There's things that they can do with it. I mean, you give them certain amounts of footage, but they can make a story out of what you do. So is it something that you think that you would be interested in doing again? Did you have fun? You know,
I had a
overall?
lot of overall, I had a lot of fun. I mean, at the end of the day, it's an experience that that I most people don't get the opportunity to do.
Right.
So it's one of those where, for me, I was curious to do it, and then even afterwards, it was almost like trying to see what you could survive. And it's probably sick, maybe, for me to think this way, but it was almost like I wanted to see, can I survive this? Yeah. So I was like proud of myself for surviving the whole season, especially everything that went down. And being the only person on the interior to survive the whole season other than the captain. So
point.
I was proud of myself, even though things were crazy.
Yeah. Would you do that again?
I would do it again. Yeah.
You brother,
Yeah.
do you hear this? Well, that's cool. What did you like about it? What was the best part of that experience?
They should bring me back a second.
As chief.
Or chief. Show a real shit show. I would totally go back as chief though. I'm sorry, what did you say? What?
I said, what was the best part of the experience?
I think it's just surreal. So like while filming, it was one of those where like we got lucky. I didn't realize when I see other clips of other seasons how lucky we got with the guests. So like meeting a lot of the guests, they were amazing. So I still keep in contact with a good bit of them, and they're just like really awesome. So we got lucky compared to all these other nightmare guests that I keep seeing. So meeting the guests were amazing. And then I feel like I have lifelong friends in like the Below Deck community. Like I'm friends with so many other cast members. That's the best part I think I've gotten from it. That and free shit and free drinks when you go to the bar.
How do you guys meet? I've been very curious about that. Like, do they have get-togethers or parties, or do you guys just connect off screen because it's such a bonding, like it's such a unique experience?
It's like we all have PTSD and we form trauma bonds.
Oh, that's so funny.
Did your mom ever call you up and be like, what were you thinking? Like, did your family and friends, did they get on your case during the season?
Thankfully my mom didn't finish watching it because the last episode she would kill me if she saw it. So this won't be posted to my Facebook now. But no, I oddly enough, a lot of my family like sent me messages and were like, Jess, I'm so proud of you. Like, despite this and that, whatever, like you had good work ethic and like you held your ground and your own and, whatever. So, and you were vulnerable and you were yourself. Ultimately, a lot of people were just like, you were yourself, you stayed true to yourself. So like, we're proud of you for that. So that was heartwarming.
Yeah. Well, we kept following you after, and I've seen you still hang out with Alex. And I saw you recently in a pic with Sierra, I think.
Yeah, I hired Sierra as my second.
Cool.
Oh my God, because you were telling us about hiring and training someone. We had no idea, of course.
Yeah,
I did.
You did? Why didn't you put it together? Why are you not telling me?
I stalk her Instagram. Hello.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm busy.
Yeah, it's been amazing. So Sierra is with us, and I mean, it's like the dream team. I love her. So
that's awesome.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm happy for both of you.
Thank you.
I think she got kind of a raw deal. Below Deck Sailing Yacht in general, I think got a little bit of a raw deal because it was so Jenna Adam focused that you didn't get to see a lot of Sierra, and she's super confident. And so I'm glad that you guys hooked up.
I'm sorry. Do you see like advanced copies of what's coming? Because that season of Below Deck Sailing Yacht looks like it's going to be badass this year. Like better than last year.
I don't see advanced copies, no.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad Jenna and Adam aren't on because they're very unlikable.
I love Jenna, but we can say Adam's unlikable. But yeah, I know. But I feel like Jenna got the same shaft that, like I did with, so
yeah. With he who shall not be named. Yes.
He,
Voldemort.
yes.
We're not talking about Voldemort.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I feel for her. I get it.
Would you say that's a good takeaway from the show, which is like, don't get involved with someone on camera because it's going to be like having that under scrutiny, that has to be terrible.
Yeah, no, never. That's my biggest regret. So if you ask like my biggest regret from my season would be starting a relationship with him. If it was a good guy, it would have been great. But
I would think it would be extremely difficult to tell what's real in such a confined environment. You're so restricted. You're in close quarters, you're doing the same job. You're with each other all the time. You really don't get a big spectrum of who they are as a person. So I would think it would be very hard to really get to know somebody that way.
It's a bit of a paradox because you get to know everything about them, but then you really know nothing about them because of what you just said. So you're spending you're working with them, your time off, you're with them, you're sleeping with them, sharing cabins with them, like you're eating with them, you're doing everything with them. But just like you said, when you get off the boat, like it's almost like also with a relationship you don't have other options. So I call it boat goggles, like beer goggles or goat goggles.
That's
funny. It's like, fuck,
it reminds me of The Bachelor. How they they think they know everything. Then they go back to their real lives and realize, okay, we don't know your family. I don't know your friends. All these things that are really part of someone. It's a trip.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I'll never say never, but yeah.
Never say never. You don't know. The perfect match might come up. You can't say no to kismet when it happens. He just wasn't kismet, so.
Yeah, I have a boyfriend now, though.
Do you? Oh, congrats!
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us about him?
He's such a
we get the
good
tea.
guy. He's a captain.
Is he a boat guy? What? He's the captain you're working for?
We're not going to get into details, but no.
No.
Okay.
Well, still, good for you. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Well, he better be good to you.
I know that you were done. You were done basically with the dating scene and like just you wanted to settle down, and find a good person. I'm glad you've done that. I'm happy for you very much.
I've gotten lucky. Thank you.
Yay. Yay.
I know.
Well, listen, everyone, if you're watching us on Instagram, I want to say head on over to Apple Podcasts and listen to the full audio episode. And if you're listening to us on audio, head on over to Instagram so that you can see the video of this episode. And we will see
look how cute Jess is.
I know. Check out her Princess Leia buns. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
bye, guys.